What's going on, Shady people? Shady Penguin here, welcoming you back to another week of the GBA. We are building for our battle against the New Orleans Pelippers. New Orleans Pelippers? I'm not really sure. There's an Orleans in there, but more importantly, they're coached by John Pokemon, one of my favorite people that I've ever gotten to talk to in this community. We don't get to talk that much. Actually, we've been talking a lot more frequently, to be honest with you, and he's an incredible guy. He just launched a new channel, and it would really mean a lot to me if you guys can go over there. Link is in the description, and show him some shady love. Check out his video. I believe he's going to start uploading this GBA battle and his GBA prep there this week. I don't know if he has anything else there yet, but hit a subscribe. I promise you, you will enjoy him. He's just a genuine guy, down to earth, very, very real, and very good at Pokemon. So if you like the game, you should definitely check him out. But we're here, you're York Mankeys. We are currently 2-0, and we are building for this team. Now, we are scared. We are very scared this week. More scared than we've been any other week. If I'm completely honest, no disrespect meant towards my other. I just get more and more scared as each passing week goes. So our opponent, this is the possible lineup for our opponent. He has, and I quote, Mega Scizor, one of my favorite megas in League format. I think one of the best megas in League format. It's just so good. Florges, Raikou, Hydreigon, Donphan, Chandelure, Sawk, Reuniclus, Lantern, Virizion, and Golem. So a lot of powerful, scary, intimidating, terrifying Pokemon. Especially because his Mega can learn flying type moves to take on our Mega very, very well. So it's kind of a drag. He also has a Hydreigon that hits extremely, extremely, extremely hard. He has a Florges, which is a wall of a Took. It's a wall of a Took, honestly. Luckily, we have Jirachi and we have Venusaur, so I'm not too sure if he's gonna bring the Florges, but if he does, we have stuff for it. He has a Chandelure, which is really scary, honestly. Being able to have something with Flash Fire or Infiltrator is terrifying, especially when coupled with Mega Scizor. He has a Lantern, which is fantastic. Slow Volt Switches are so good. And it has two weaknesses: Grass, which we have covered, and Ground, which we could have covered with our potential Zygarde. So there's a lot of good Pokemon on his team. We're trying to do our best to plan for as many threats as possible for all of his Pokemon, no matter what we see. Now, I'm not too worried about Sawk. If he brings Sawk, Sawk is really nice. It does have Mold Breaker, and it can smack the Rotom-Heat with an Earthquake, but I don't think that's the route he's going to opt to go. And if it is, we do have kind of a check to that Sawk. And we're going to go over our team right now. I do apologize for how I look or how I sound. By the way, I toast forgot, we got our new Mankey shirt. If you want to pick one up, link is in the description. You can buy a mug, you can buy a phone case, you can buy nothing. You don't have to, but I'm so excited to finally have this new shirt. It looks super crisp, and let's go over our team right now as we sport this memorabilia. We have Mega Venusaur, of course, Takahata, our Mega Venusaur with Thick Fat. This week, your guys' answers will finally be answered. Prayers will be answered. Prayers will be answered because I'm running Synthesis. Oh boy, Shady, that's the only way you should run Mega Venusaur. I don't agree, but we are running Synthesis Mega Venusaur with Giga Drain, Sludge Bomb, Hidden Power Fire. It's pretty obvious why I'm doing that. Hidden Power Fire for the Mega Scizor. Giga Drain takes care of Golem, Lantern, Donphan. Sludge Bomb is there for Florges and for Stab. I was pretty close to not having Sludge Bomb on here and trying to find a different move, perhaps running Knockoff for that potential Reuniclus. Because Sludge Bomb doesn't do too much for us. It doesn't hit anything super effective that otherwise, besides the Virizion. Virizion does get hit by that, and it's Stab, so it's worth running. The only problem with this moveset right here is that I can't hit the Chandelure, and that is a huge problem to me. That is a really big problem. That is a really big problem. I might have to go ahead and put Earthquake on this Venusaur. Let's see how much it would do. Forgive me for a second. There we go. Let's see. How much would Venusaur's negative attack Earthquake? Like, look at his attack. He's got 108 attack. So we see if we go instead of Sludge Bomb, we go Earthquake to a Chandelure. Let's go Chandelure first. Earthquake does 50%. You know, that's pretty respectable. I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty respectable. How about the Raikou? All right, Raikou does get extra sensory, guys. I do know this. Raikou takes 40 to 47%. You know, that's not bad. From a negatively, there's nothing else I can really put as a negative nature. I don't want speed to be my negative nature. As you guys see, I actually have a little bit invested in speed, and I'll tell you why in just a second. This is enough speed to speed creep a speed creeping Scizor. I know that that's crazy. We're gonna go ahead and go Earthquake. I know that that's crazy, but gosh darn it, we have to do it. So we're gonna take Sludge Bomb out for Earthquake because Earthquake is it just has better coverage for us. Granted, Sludge Bomb hits the Raikou just fine, but not being able to touch Chandelure at all is a problem to me. It's definitely a problem to me. So I'm glad that we addressed that during this team building. I'm actually going to go ahead and make sure that I'm able to, because I have to have the match with John very, very soon, able to do this. So that's going to be our Mega Venusaur. You guys see the spread right here. Max HP, 84 defense, 148 special defense with a boosting special defense nature, a calm nature, and then 24 speed. So I already explained 24 speed is because Scizor, I'm just gonna write this down. I'll let you guys know. Spizor. Oh my gosh, it's not Scizor. Scizor's not the one that I'm thinking of. Oh wait, maybe it is. Yeah. Okay. So an uninvested Scizor goes to 95 speed. However, I really think that John is going to speed creep and speed creep a 4 EV invested Venusaur and go to 102 because 101 is what Venusaur normally sits at. So I decided, you know what, we're going to spend the EVs and we are going to go make sure that we beat a speed creeping Scizor. I don't know if that's going to work out. I've never done anything like that before, but it's just a little insight that I took and I wanted to try it out and see if it works. If it doesn't, it is what it is. We won't do it again because those points could be used elsewhere, but I think that it's worth being able to outspeed a speed creeping Scizor and HP fire it. That's so good. That is insane. As long as he does, I mean, if he speed creeps my speed creep, then you got me good, bro. You got me good. Our next Pokemon is actually our tail sweeper. It's Bruce again. We're running Life Orb. We're running Protect, Waterfall, Earthquake, and Ice Fang. So we're not running Crunch, which I've been having this debate with myself, which one I want to run, Crunch or do I want to run Waterfall. Ended up just being because of my opponent's possible Pokemon that Waterfall is just a little bit better. Earthquake is there, although we are now running Earthquake on Takahata. So we could potentially forego Earthquake here. But there's a pretty good chance that I'm going to have to sit up against a Raikou, and that's the biggest reason why I'm running Earthquake. Sharpedo with Life Orb with Earthquake actually does a lot of damage to a Raikou. It actually one-shots it. So on average, it does 88 to 106%. So it has a 33% chance to OHKO. So not on average, a little below average. Has a Skull Burns chance to OHKO, but I'm guarantee we'll have a little bit of chip damage on there. Just any kind of chip damage will be fine. A Volt Switch from Rotom-Heat, most likely that could be the play, or a U-turn from our Jirachi. So that's the moveset I wanted to go with. Earthquake also hits the Chandelure, which obviously we have Waterfall for, so it's not a big deal. The only Pokemon that Crunch would really benefit is against the Reuniclus, and I could see him bringing the Reuniclus simply because we have a Venusaur. So I am planning for that Reuniclus later on down the road. You guys will see that we have a Choice Scarf Jirachi with U-turn, and we have an Alakazam that can smack it really hard. Shadow Ball is good. Shadow Ball would do a lot to a gosh darn Reuniclus. Actually, we'll go over how much it does when we get to that gosh darn Pokemon. So this is our spread. We're running 248 speed, 252 attack, adamant nature. So nothing too crazy. I needed to actually just go max speed because there's so many variables on John's team that I don't want to. For example, I believe that I think Chandelure sits at 80-ish. Chandelure sits at 80. There's a Pokemon I know that's like kind of almost fast, and I need to make sure that I outspeed it. Which one was it? Was it Sawk? Sawk is 85. Lantern is very slow. I know that. Oh, I wanted to say Virizion. Virizion is 108. So that's sweet. So why did I need to do 248 then? There was a reason. There's always a reason. Was it if he's running a no, because Hydreigon sits at 98. So it always outspeeds us. What was it? What was the reason? What was the reason, John? Why did I want to do that? I'm starting to think there is no reason. Yeah, I think that we'd be fine doing a different spread. Let's see. Mega Scizor, Chandelure. His next fastest Pokemon is either Chandelure or the Sawk. The Sawk would be the next fastest Pokemon, 85. So I guess we could just go to 137. Oh, I'm sorry, we can go to 138. Well, that's Adamant. That's not Jolly. Hold on, maybe that's why. No, because Jolly, he's going to outspeed me. He goes to 150. All right, so then we have to just go for an Adamant. Well, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. What was the reasoning? I thought it was because I wanted to come in to make sure I outspeed something. I didn't want to do anything crazy. You know what, we're just going to leave it. I know there was a reason. I'm sorry that I can't remember it, but I know that there was a reason behind me doing this. Huh. Why didn't I do that before? 146, same speed as HP. That's really weird. I know that there was a reason for me doing this. I think it's just because I don't want to have to I don't want to have to get 2 speed boosts in order to make sure I outspeed a bunch of things. 1 speed boost, make sure that I outspeed a lot of the things that are faster than me, as long as they're not choice scarfed. So we're just going to leave it at that because I don't want to play games I know that I know there was a reason. And maybe there's not. But I really think there was. I think it might have been the Virizion. If I try to just go down and I have to get 2 speed boosts, but then end up being Choice Scarfed, it would just be crazy. So this is our Bruce. Our next Pokemon is our Flame Boy Luke. First time on the field this week. Now, this Pokemon I'm very scared of bringing because it's so frail, and I'm running it as a specially defensive wall. Now, I think I'm actually going to go ahead and instead of going leftovers, I'm going to go Citrus Berry, because Citrus Berry just seems to be better with how little HP this little guy has. I mean, 157 I guess isn't too low, but I mean it's only a little bit higher than our frail Pokemon Bruce. So it just doesn't seem worth. It's the same thing as, man, our HP base stat is really bad. So I've been going up in the air with bringing Flame Boy Luke or Milotic, and I decided that we're just going to go with Flame Boy Luke this week. Sakura's been she's been a little moody this week, and she wants to sit out for a week to see how we do without her. She's convinced she's the crutch of the team. I don't doubt her, but she needs to do this for herself. This is our Flame Boy Luke with Citrus Berry, Will-O-Wisp, Toxic, Volt Switch, and Overheat. So max HP, max special defense. Now the reason why I would want to bring my Milotic over this is because my opponent has a stinking Hydreigon, but the Volt Switch is very important for me to get some initiative. By the way, I didn't say this, but Bruce is our sweeper. This moveset, like I said, besides the Reuniclus, I mean, Waterfall still does so much to Reuniclus. Don't get me wrong. Waterfall does like, oh, it doesn't do as much as I want it to. It doesn't do as much as I want it to. It only does 60, it's a 64%, but I really can't see him staying in on a Sharpedo. Unless he's got to trigger him up, but I can't see him staying in knowing until I reveal my entire moveset. And at that point, I'm hoping I can take care of it. So this is our sweeper. I mean, if you look at everything else, besides Mega Scizor, Florges does not want to take physical moves. Raikou, there's the Earthquake. Hydreigon, there's the Ice Fang. Donphan, there's the Waterfall. Chandelure, Waterfall. Salk doesn't want to take physical moves. Reuniclus we're scared of. Earthquake for Lantern. Virizion doesn't want to take an Ice Fang, and Golem doesn't want to take an Waterfall. So this thing has the coverage for this whole team, which is really good, which is the biggest reason why I picked up Sharpedo. I felt like Sharpedo just gave us coverage and offense and speed that we needed in our division. So it should be good. Flame Boy Luke, like I said, I'm running double status Flame Boy Luke, Will-O-Wisp, and Toxic. Obviously, I want a Will-O-Wisp, the Mega Scizors, and I would like the Toxic, the Florgeses, and the Chandelures. So I'm really afraid of Sub Chandelure. This thing can break a Chandelure sub with a Volt Switch, which is great because we will be able to see if they're faster. We'll be able to see if they have leftovers, if they are going to run sub. So a slow Volt Switch right here, well, it'll be faster than the Chandelure if he's not Choice Scarfed. So, and we can take almost anything Chandelure dishes out. Shadow Ball won't do too much to us because we are max special defense. We have the Citrus Berry that will gobble right up and gain a lot of HP back. Overheat's there for the Mega Scizor. Overheat's there to hit the Raikou really hard. It should be interesting for sure. I wouldn't mind burning the Donphan. So it's going to be a very interesting game. This is the least confident I have been, but I did my research and I really hope it pays off. Now we have Jafar, our Alakazam. We're running Focus Edge. This is another Pokemon. I've basically been going through the trio of Flame Boy Luke, Jafar, and Milotic. Like, which one am I going to leave out of these? And I was almost tempted to drop Jafar, but it's just, he's such a good revenge killer. So we're running 220. Let me just make sure, because I thought I'm supposed to be at 184. Yeah, I'm supposed to be at 184. I don't know what happened to my spread. I need to be 4 more. So I need to take 4 away from something. Preferably, I mean, not preferably. You don't really need the HP, honestly. All right. So is it 20? Yeah, 20. Okay. So we can do that, and then we can put 12 in special defense, or 4 and 4. Okay. So 4 EVs wasted. Curses! 184 is enough to outspeed a timid Raikou. That's what I needed to be. Raikou sits at 183. We needed to be at 184. I have Psyshock, Dazzling Gleam, Shadow Ball, and Energy Ball. Energy Ball is there for the Lantern, for the Donphan, for the Golem. Dazzling Gleam is there for the Hydreigon. I was really close to running a Choice Scarf. Alakazam. Really, really close. But the coverage is just so important that I couldn't bring myself to do it. Psyshock is there to hit the Florges, to hit everything really, to hit Raikou, anything that I don't have super effective coverage for, to hit the Chandelure. Well, I have Shadow Ball for Chandelure. To hit the Salk, to hit the Virizion. So Psyshock is pretty important for sure. Dazzling Gleam, like I said, Lantern. Shadow Ball is there for the Chandelure, although I'm looking at it, if Shadow Ball is only there for Chandelure, would it be worth? Let me see. Let's just do some recalculating. Chandelure Shadow Ball does, it's a one-hit KO, which is amazing. It really is amazing. Oh wait, hold on, that's regular. That was regular Alakazam. That was Mega Alakazam. Shadow Ball's not a one-hit KO. You know what's crazy is that, well, wow, why is that? Oh wait, why is that? Chandelure, I'm almost considering going Life Orb instead of Focus Sash, but I feel like there's going to be a time when Hydreigon is just going to be locked into like Dark Pulse, and we need to go into this and just sack it off, not get flinched. And I really think he's going to bring Choice Scarf Hydreigon. If I don't see Hydreigon, I'll be really happy. Wow, why does Chandelure Shadow Ball do more to me than I do to it? It is 145. Oh, because that's a timid, and this is, we're both timid. Chandelure has more special attack than Alakazam. I did not know that. Okay, so we don't one-shot it, but we do 75 to 90%. So that's a really good amount. Psyshock, though? Psyshock does a lot less. Okay. They're both 2-hit KOs, if you think about it. Because I kind of want to put HP Fire on here for the Mega Scizor. But if he has a Sword Stance up with that Mega Scizor, Bullet Punch is taking me out anyway. I will have Focus Sash. Get rid of Stab. No, we have to keep Stab. We have to keep Stab. Okay, this is our Jafar. This is what we're running with. I'm just really glad that I saw the EV spread. We'll have to change that. Next we have Shooting Star, the Jirachi. We are running U-Turn, Play Rough, Iron Head, and Zen Headbutt, Choice Scarf, Max Attack, Jolly Nature, Max Speed. Play Rough is there for that Hydreigon. It's really the only thing that it hits for super effective damage. But U-Turn is there for initiative. Iron Head is stab. Zen Headbutt is stab. That's really all there is to it. Iron Head is there for the Florges. I was trying to find room for Fire Punch on here. Same thing. I could potentially go ahead and get rid of Zen Headbutt, but then this thing gets walled and baits in the Chandelure. Like, it really does. But I am Choice Scarfed, and if Chandelure is switching in, I will most likely be U-turning. So we could potentially get rid of Zen Headbutt, considering the only thing that it really does hurt is the Sawk, and then the it's there to hit the Chandelure. And if we go Fire Punch, that would really be good against the Mega Scizor. But we already have Rotom-Heat and Hidden Power Fire Venusaur. Venusaur and Mega Scizor are going to go toe-to-toe, I feel like. They're going to be the Pokemon that are, like, looking at each other a lot. I really like Flameboy Luke because Flameboy Luke resists the stab for Mega Scizor and the potential Flying type move. So Flameboy Luke is really necessary. That's why I ended up deciding to bring him over my low tick. I almost wanted to bring a specially defensive Jirachi, but I couldn't bring myself to do it. I just couldn't. I needed something that can outspeed the Choice Scarf Hydreigon, because I really feel like that's coming. And this is the Pokemon. I mean, even a U-turn is gonna hit it so hard. It's gonna hurt like a Banshee. Actually, let's see how much that does, because maybe we don't need to run the Play Rough. It's possible that we don't need to run the Play Rough. Like, Play Rough destroys it, obviously. But U-turn, if it's a good amount, 252, it's only 50%. Play Rough is gonna one-shot easily into next week, so we'll keep it. We'll keep it the way that it is. The Mega Scizor does scare me, but we have, like I said, as long as we keep Rotom-Heat around, and even Takahata, if he gets an SD up and Rotom-Heat is gone, then we should be a little scared. But hopefully at that point, we also have our Focus Sash intact, so that's why I need to bring this Focus Sash Stam. And our final Pokemon is Dreidel, the Hitmontop. This is an Assault Vesting, Intimidating Beyblade. And we have Rapid Spin, Mach Punch, Earthquake, Close Combat. So now we do have 3 Earthquake users, but Earthquake is just really good against my opponent's team, I feel like. The immunities that he has available to him is 1, and that's the Hydreigon. And Dreidel over here loves Hydreigon. Now, Dreidel can't switch into Hydreigon, but it can go ahead and smack it with a Close Combat or a Mach Punch. It does a lot of damage to it. We can go over how much damage it does, actually. That's Hitmonchan. I want a top, not a Chan. Hitmontop. That was a little voice break. Close Combat does 140%. Mach Punch does 47%. So it does a lot. Does a good amount. We have lots of ways to get rid of Hydreigon. We have lots of ways to get rid of almost all the Pokemon that I mentioned. Donphan, Chandelure, Golem, Lantern. They all fall to the likes of Venusaur. Now that I have Earthquake on Venusaur, I really like that. I really like it. It stinks that I have to have a negative investment. Actually, I think did we waste 4 EVs over here? Because we could put it into attack. I don't think even if you put 4 in, it makes a difference because it's negative nature. Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, so Close Combat's there, Strong Stab. I wanted to see actually how much a Scizor takes from a Close Combat. Close Combat is a 2-hit KO, which is really nice. Mega Scizor does outspeed us. It does outspeed the Hitmontop, but it can't do too much to us. Granted, let's get rid of the Intimidate to see how much a Superpower actually does. And then if he has a Flying type move, if he's running Aerial Ace, which I really think he will be, that's 98%. And after a Close Combat, he's going to one-shot us. And Close Combat no longer 2 shots because he's Mega Scizor. So that's not really a good option. We just have to go back to our Flameboy Luke. And honestly, even we have to see what moves that Scizor is running. We're definitely going to be taking notes during this game, because if he's running a flying type move, does he have room for Roost and Sword Stance or Bullet Punch or Knockoff, or he's got to make some choices the way we had to make some choices. So hopefully this team works out. I'm a little more confident now that we changed some moves. I do feel a little bit better. John's team is just really nasty. Raikou's scary. Raikou's the reason why I didn't want to bring my Lotic and Bruce on the same team. The Reuniclus is definitely going to sneak in there for sure, but we have Shadow Ball, Alec Jafar. That's right. Oh yeah, Shadow Ball. It's not just for Chandelure; it's also for Reuniclus. We have U-turning, gosh darn Jirachi, and then we have our Flame Boy Luke, which can't do too much, but we can get a Volt Switch going out into our Bruce, and if there's no Trick Room up, we could just go for a waterfall and it's going to do 50-60%. So we do have options. It's going to be an exciting game. Like I said, go check out John's channel, watch his side as well tomorrow. We're going to be uploading our battle at 2 p.m. Eastern. I want all you shady people here, if you can be, to see the launch. This one's going to be a crazy battle. I already know it's going to be crazy. But that's going to be it for this video. If you guys enjoyed, please show some shady love down below. I'd really appreciate the support for the New York Mankeys. I'm going to get the heck out of here and actually have this battle with John. Have yourselves a good day, but above all else, keep it shady.